This motherfucker. All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube.
Digital, we got trips.
Nigga, I just turned it on.
Yeah, we got. My shit was muted.
Everybody was muted.
All right, let's try this again.
All right, welcome to Straight Talk No Chase. We're live on YouTube. Forget Facebook.
Why you couldn't get Facebook right?
I don't know, man. I'm done, man. I'm done with Facebook. We're going straight YouTube from here on out, man. We're just going to build this platform from the bottom up. I'm done with Facebook. I'm done.
I just lied on my Instagram promo. I said we going live on YouTube and Facebook.
Just tell them you were high.
What is Facebook done with
Kirk? They'll be like, oh, it's just high Kirk. Wrong again.
I don't think Facebook is done with you.
Said I'm only sleepy because they can see my ass. But I really am tired as hell.
It's just high Kirk.
Sheesh.
All right.
Yo. Very gracious to be back in the building with you two gentlemen this week. I think both of you niggas got PPP loans or something, man. Cause like y'all niggas been acting real weird lately. Out of the country, fresh clothes.
I wish. I ain't been out of nobody's country.
Kirk got on blue today, looking like Nipsey Hussle.
If you call Miami out of the country, then yeah.
If you call Alabama. I went to Birmingham, Alabama, not Birmingham, UK.
we literally. Hey, look, I was on a Spirit flight. That ain't do or American Airlines.
Nah, this nigga was all in Miami popping the good bottles of Clico.
It's crazy. Why is Rich not up here? I can only find Rich Clico in southern states. They definitely got it in Miami, but you cannot get Rich Clico up here.
You know how you rich niggas are.
Says the guy with the Jesus Shuttlesworth throwback.
Come on, I got
That's
this
like
shit.
having this rookie card, and he is a fictional character. How'd you
Nipsey
pull that
Blue.
off? Yeah,
Talking about me.
But yeah. Shout out to Trip Simpson, his erroneous claims. We just living our regular lives, working people, going on vacation every now and then. But this man has literally been in different countries, different states.
Buying properties.
Why you think we ain't did no episodes? This man been out of town.
Out
of town.
We're gonna put the work in the next week because I'm be out of town next week. I'll be gone from the 30th to the 6th. Don't worry, someone will be in my house armed, so don't think about it.
Hey, but shout out to vacations.
I thought about that shit as I was putting my business out there.
Don't come sniff around the big house.
But no. Back to Mexico we go.
Yeah, y'all going back to
It's my mama's birthday.
for Tulum?
We're going to Playa.
Oh, Playa.
We got the kids with us, and there's too many niggas getting shot in Tulum right now, so we're going to play Playa.
I might have see what's up with that Playa. I got a plug in Playa.
Come on through. We'll be there.
Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine. It's her birthday weekend. She turned
I see y'all
62 years old. I appreciate that.
Yo, I see this nigga. Look, tell him stop using that PPP money up. I see y'all at the Watergate, at the spa. I seen that. If I can see it, the government can see it.
Hey, look here. That was Tacoma Station money right there. If we use the PPP money, baby, we'd have been at the W suite. We didn't get to that.
I hear you on that. I definitely hear you on that. But anyway, man, tonight I wanna I got a couple of videos I want to show y'all because I got 2 questions. Actually 3, but the first 2 have something to do with each other.
Niggas don't care what I did.
Oh damn! What you do, Kirk? Shit. Now you know how it feels to be me.
We don't ever ask you. Right? We don't ever ask you.
I introduce these niggas every week. Hey, how was your week? How was your week? Then these niggas just go right to the topic. Like, damn, okay.
Yeah, but nah. I celebrated my birthday 2 weeks ago, but since we ain't been here in so long, we ain't talk about that. So
I said we didn't get an invite to the party.
Party, cuz?
You know how many people have complained about that literally just today alone?
Didn't you do the party at my cousin's house? Oh, it looked like
we had a cookout outside. The after party was at your cousin's house.
Nobody called me.
Damn, yes. I invited you to my birthday.
Sorry,
party,
my bad.
Kirk.
It's all good.
Did you?
I did.
Kirk,
I get general invites to everything from you. The generic joint that goes out to all of the fans.
That's the type of shit he says in the group text.
Yeah.
Hey guys, come on out to Tacoma Station this week.
I got bottles. I got tables. You'll love it. Come on.
Every time he does,
That's what I'm saying. We
here.
all get the generic message.
Hey, were you aware of what's going on?
You're right. At least you invited. You're right. You're right. But let's beyond that. Forget about Juneteenth. Juneteenth, I went down Birmingham and we unveiled the fact that there's an app being created about the movement that started in Birmingham with civil rights, Project C, the Children's Crusade, all of that good stuff. So that's what some of the things are going to be inside the app, and we basically like the Birmingham community know that joint is going to be in existence. It's going to release October 31st, the Magic City Classic weekend, Alabama A&M versus Alabama State. It's played in Birmingham, so that'll be the next time we.
Is that the strip club?
No, Magic City is in Atlanta. We're talking about Birmingham, the Magic City. That's actually like what they're dubbed. Like I think DC is like what, the Tree City or something like that. Weird.
This is Chocolate City.
Yeah.
Oh, also Chocolate City, but Magic City is
Mocha
really
Latte
Magic City.
now.
Like we're not, we're not actually Chocolate City. That's just like something we dubbed ourselves. It's not the real like name. Birmingham really is Magic City. Like they got signs.
We was
that
really
say
Chocolate
it.
City. That didn't have. We lost Chocolate City in the last 15 years.
Birmingham ain't
within our adult within our adult lifetime. When we graduated high school,
we still got
DC
trees.
was still Chocolate City.
Yeah, you're right. But that was still what I'm saying is something that we just called it because there was a lot of black people.
Now other people called it Chocolate City. We didn't dub it
as well
because they came here.
But
and
what
they
I'm
saw
saying
all
is
black people
it's
was
not
in charge.
official. If you look
it
up,
was official.
All
that
right.
shit was official.
Yeah,
What is how is
sure
Birmingham
was.
the Magic City? What makes that official?
Hold on, let me show you something.
David Blaine lived there. What the fuck?
David Blaine.
What the fuck makes it
Let me
the
show you
Magic
something.
City?
This is hilarious, man. This is the most I've heard Kirk talk in the beginning of a program ever.
I thought Las Vegas was the Magic City.
Nah, not Las Vegas.
Or
That's
Atlanta.
Sin City, bro.
Atlanta was the Magic City.
That's the strip club we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. That's more known than Birmingham.
I guess.
They named that joint after
The Trip Club?
no, the opposite. The strip club named it after that.
But it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. It's 2 hours away.
Oh, okay. I guess we should.
The owners are probably from Birmingham.
Who the fuck been to
For all we
Birmingham
know.
since the March anyway?
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
Nah, Birmingham is actually. No, hold on. I'm not
You're
gonna
the
let
one
you
that's
do that.
going to look foolish, not me.
I'm not gonna let you do that. Birmingham.
player?
Let me tell you something. There's a lot of thriving cities in the South right now. Birmingham, Huntsville, Chattanooga. These are all places that I would advise you to start looking real estate wise. Because no one wants to live up north anymore. That shit's corny and cold.
So, anyways, they got a young
Moving
black
to
mayor
Birmingham.
down there making things shake. I'm sure he would buy some property down there. I
I told
guarantee
you.
you.
In 10 more
Make a
years,
trip
I'm
down
done.
there. I'm sure if you went down there, you would buy some property down there. But,
Yeah,
but you can talk your shit today.
I would
Sounds
buy,
good.
I would buy something, but I wouldn't
Your
live
city
in
is no longer
Birmingham.
the chocolate city, so it doesn't really matter.
I would love to live in the South right now. The South is where it's at.
I don't want to live in the bosoms.
I want to live in a
Birmingham
republic.
is actually still.
I want to live in a Republican
Birmingham
state.
is actually still 70% black, unlike your city. Why you talking shit?
50% of them is throwaways.
Maybe that's where the magic is.
70%.
Damn, are you saying we should throw away our people?
That's what it sounds like.
I think I'm gonna align with some views you're gonna have later on in this show.
All right, well, let's get into the motherfucking show. I got a question for the people out there. Are older women giving bad advice? If so, if not, are younger women being misled? Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have evidence.
Roll to the videotape.
No. All right, so we're gonna go to the first video. This is an older woman that's on TikTok. Her video went kind of viral, where she's telling women about the 3.5 rule or the 3.5 rule, the 3.5 men rule. Is this something that women talk about? Wow, women are trash. All right, let's go to this.
You were hip already? You were hip already to this?
All right, let me play this video.
So, the way these new dudes set up,
Of course, it's not
you
playing.
better be practicing the 3.5 rule out here, ladies. You don't know what that is?
Of course.
Let me enlighten you. You got one for fucking, one
Volume's
that's
not
got
playing.
that paper or that can show you how to make that paper. Then you got that third one. He is your good time friend. Y'all have a great time together. Ain't really
let me
no
stop this
substance.
nonsense.
And then you got that 0.5.
I'm just gonna play it straight from my phone.
Oh, give us the synopsis.
All right, I'm gonna play it straight from the phone. Sorry, guys. I tried the video this week, but I don't know what the fuck happened. So
Trip Simpson been out of town too long. He lost his technical skills in 2 weeks.
that's a fact. All right, so this is what this broad had to say.
Set up. You better be practicing the 3.5 rule out here, ladies. You don't know what that is? Let me enlighten you. You got one for fucking, one that's got that paper or that can show you how to make that paper. Then you got that third one. He is your good time friend. Y'all have a great time together. Ain't really no substance. And then you got that 0.5. That's your mechanic. Maybe your weed man.
Trash.
Maybe that dude that'll bring you something to eat when you can't leave work. Yeah. Practice 3.5 until one cancels all their asses out.
Okay. Did you guys hear that?
I didn't hear what number one was.
The nigga that you fucking.
Okay, and number two was
Somebody you can use to get you something to eat while you at work.
the work husband.
Number 3 is no, he'll bring the food to your job.
Oh,
Number 3 is somebody who can fix your car.
I think you said these joints wrong.
Well, I mean, you get the gist of it. You got a bunch of niggas that you want to use, right? A bunch of niggas that you got around you that you can use for simple things that you want. And then at the end of all that, you find you a husband who will do all of those things. That's pretty much in a nutshell what she was saying. I think this is
sounds about right.
I think this is still a part of the problem that we face today. That a lot of, I'm not gonna say a lot of women are making this mistake. I'm just gonna say if you are a woman who makes this mistake, you shouldn't. Because number one, your reputation is the first thing that you want to hold intact. And the fact that this older woman is sitting up here telling y'all bad advice like this just adds to the problem that we have today. We have men not knowing their place, and we have women not knowing their place, and we have older people supporting bad placement. Ladies, you don't need to be talking to 4 niggas at once. Why? Because it makes you look like a hoe. It does. Especially if you're using them for certain things. And then this is another thing I don't agree with. You're saying that you're using these men for different things. No, you fucking all 3 of them. All 3.5 of them. This thing ain't just gonna keep bringing you food to work and not getting no pussy. So that's an interchangeable position right there. You might gotta get a new one of those niggas every 3 weeks. Once that guy realizes, okay, she ain't throwing me no ass, which I think is bullshit. Because all he's gotta do is offer you a nice enough date. You'll go, and if he gets you drunk enough, you'll fuck him. The same thing with the nigga that's fixing your car. The only nigga with the advantage is the nigga that you just giving the pussy to for nothing. He's the man. He gets the pussy for nothing.
Oh shit.
And ladies, you may be having fun with this, but you don't realize while you're having this fun, you're lowering your stock and you're lowering your value. Especially in a city like DC, because niggas kiss and tell. So, I don't know. Cohen, what is your thoughts on this?
I think I got a completely different take.
How did I know that? How did I know that?
And it depends on the type of woman you are, right? If you're quote unquote like you tight, you a dime, you up there, like you got men constantly coming at you, right? And dudes will pay for your company. That's what I realized. Like I've dated some some attractive women.
Pay for your company?
And I've seen dudes like, nigga, they gon' cause they want you. They gonna fix your car, they gonna buy you drinks, they gonna send you food to work. All the while you gotta do
For your company.
For your company.
I mean, look, I'm not a trick, right? But if I was gonna spend my money on anything,
yeah,
it would be for pussy.
But
I don't want your company.
But have you known niggas who's tricking that didn't get the pussy? Be honest. Cause I do. So
I do. And
certain this only applies to certain women. That's where I feel like she didn't get the caveat. If you as we did this in the popular, if you adjustable 6, maybe a 5, this does not apply to you.
No, an adjustable 6 can get away with that, but
not for long though.
If you're a 5 or below,
this does not apply to you. If you 8 and above, this absolutely applies to you. Cause I have some homegirls this certified 7s and 8s, and I see dudes all day long falling over, laying on the red carpet, sending them Uber Eats, sending them Cash Apps,
if I'm
just for that, just for their attention. Not saying this is the right thing to do, but she should have made a caveat. Hey, ladies, if you are of this level or society values you at this level, this is what you should be doing until you find the right guy, instead of passing these dudes off, pass them along. Actually have some structure to your dating life. Benefit from your dating life, because men will be willing to do this just to have your company.
Right, but I mean, that's a part. Like I said, that's a part of the problem, right? Maybe I should have elaborated a little more. This older woman is talking to all women like all women are 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Well, I think that's where she messed up at. Like,
and that's where a lot of women. But don't get it twisted. 7, 8, 9, 10,
misinterpreted that.
11 or 12.
Say she talking to all of them. She talking.
No, she said ladies. She said ladies. She didn't say some ladies. These ladies.
But one thing about it,
those who have ears.
It depends on the woman's
like
leverage. Though. It depends on where this lady is. What we may think is a 6 is like a 9 into another dude, depending on where they are, what the circumstances is. So I think it's sound advice for them to like pay attention and just don't date with no plan. I think that's what she's saying. Have a plan if you're gonna be out here dating. Like, she ain't say fuck them, but for that plan to be sustainable,
but I feel like
she's gonna have to fuck someone.
That's a dog whistle. I mean, dating 3 to 5 men, you're not just gonna fuck one of them. You're gonna fuck at least 2.5 of the 3.5.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I disagree.
You can control how many of them.
Especially in this day.
I disagree.
Especially in this day.
The woman has sex with the dude if she has those type of options, she has sex with the dude she's sexually attractive to and uses those other guys. I've seen that scenario play out plenty of times. I've been on the front end and the back end of that scenario. I've been the guy who she had all the other guys, and I've been the sexually attractive guy that she wanted. I've also been the guy who's like, hold on, I'm doing all this shit, and I found out you was fucking the other dude the whole time. Like, I've been on the other end of that scenario, and we probably all have. We just didn't know it at the time. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this: the problem there is that you're creating a dynamic in dating that's still unhealthy, right? Because understand black women, whether they realize it or not, are being born, raised, and bred to be looked at as
I have a question for you.
Sexually promiscuous.
What is your
objects.
ideal? What is your ideal dating situation for a woman? Like if your daughter was out here dating, what do you want her to do?
I mean, if you want to date niggas, then date niggas. But if you're having sex consistently with one guy, that should be your priority at the time. If this guy's worth it, hopefully you're fucking the guy that's worth it. You know what I mean? But if this guy's worth your time like that, then you ought to be concentrating on trying to build something with that guy, rather than just out here doing you.
So when you're not focused on that one guy, though, you can be out here dating to just be dating. So you can be doing exactly what she kind of just declared. While you're single, and
but don't put yourself in a position where you're using guys, because you don't need to.
But guys want to be used.
That's what you do with time. It's not you're looking at it.
What guy wants to be used?
Like you're looking at it. You're looking at it from a perspective of like they're using them when it's actually just they're spending time with them.
I mean, listen,
and because when you're spending time with them, they might be with a guy who is cool enough to not.
Don't get me wrong.
Care about pain.
Don't get me wrong.
Then that's all they doing.
We need to do a whole separate show on the dudes that participate in this nonsense. That's a whole separate show.
A lot of sport coach niggas
because
out
these
here.
because these
they
niggas hold on. These niggas are also failures, and these niggas are also products of bad advice. That they
peep real quick.
Hold up. These niggas are also products of bad advice. All right, so I'm not letting them off the hook at all.
Yeah, but so my question becomes, if you have these women who are out here that are dating just to be dating, and there is a phase in life where we agree that can and should happen.
Should it?
I mean, then you just said that if she's dating just to be dating, you said it like that's a thing.
If you're 20, 21, 22 years old.
So all right, so what I'm saying is, if there's a time frame for where you could be dating just to be dating, they got to be dating somebody.
If you're dating a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're sexually active with this guy, you're fucking this guy on a regular basis, I think it would behoove you to try to concentrate on that guy, especially if he's worth.
Yeah, and you said that. I'm talking about outside of that phase when you're actually in a relationship. That's like a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. We're declared that. So outside of the relationship, when you haven't found the person you want to have that relationship with, when you're out here just like navigating, trying to figure out who's who out here, how do you suggest somebody go about that without dating multiple people?
You date one person, figure out who they are. If you don't like them, move on to the next. You don't date one, okay, I'm gonna fuck this nigga, blah, 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 every day. But I'm gonna call Julio over here while I'm at work on my night shift to bring me dinner every night. I'll tell him whatever he wants to hear so I can keep getting food. Then I'll tell Tariq down the street.
Nobody said that's really what's going on though. Like you
that's
could be
literally
going
what
out
she
with
said.
these people.
That's what the girl said.
Nah, you could be fucking one, but then the other ones you could just be going out with, like spending time with.
You gonna get fucked by
getting to know
niggas. That's some bull, especially in DC.
It's no proof. I think you assume a lot of you just said that there are these guys out here, sport coat niggas who just be out here dating, not fucking.
He said that.
He said that, but I agree that they exist. You know that they exist, or you don't know that they exist, and you give these niggas a whole lot more credit than they deserve.
So let's get to the gist. The gist of what I'm saying is that you're giving younger women the idea that clutching all of these different dicks is the right thing to do.
Ooh, so that's a big logical leap from what she said. So, like,
it was a dog whistle.
Have one that you.
I don't think
it was a dog whistle.
So, like
these women know. Listen, man. I got 5 sisters. I'm married. I got a whole bunch of female cousins. These women, I'm telling you, they'll say one thing on social media to sound a certain way, but in real fucking life, they fucking. These women ain't.
So look, in that scenario, she's fucking at least one of those dudes.
She fucking at least 3.
I disagree.
I definitely ain't fixing your car unless you know.
But you're not a sport coat nigga. So
I mean, first of all, I'm a married man, and what I'm saying is, if I was a single man.
So, but this is what I realized. All the men out here are built differently. You might be the man in the catbirds you just fucking because you're not gonna do any of those other things unless you're getting pussy. She recognizes that, right? So she might put you in that position, or she might not fuck with you at all because that's not what she wants to do. There's probably been plenty of women that came across you and understood what your expectations or parameters were. Be like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not fucking with you.
Don't get me wrong. I've dated plenty of women where if I like a woman, I'm not even pressed to hit them right away. But I'm not going to be pulling up to your job, bringing you food, and doing all this whole shit.
But have you done that and not gotten the box?
No.
Ever?
No. Never
I
done that.
didn't figure out.
I ain't
but
gonna
you,
fake
at the
like I
time,
have.
you had
Never
to
done
make
it.
a decision like, damn, I did all this and it didn't work out.
I mean, the most I've done is talk too fucking much.
I still ended up a long time later, but not in the beginning.
Yeah, but not like it didn't go. It's been situations you was dating and it didn't go.
I mean, I've definitely given up too much of my energy before.
Yeah. So you was part of her plan at that time. and
So
you didn't
she was
know.
probably using me for conversations late at night. The guy she was fucking was busy fucking other bitches.
Yeah. you were the emotional sport coach.
No, but I'm really not emotional.
You was the baby. How was your
No,
day?
I like to drink and talk shit at the end of the night.
Did you
Plus,
ask-
I was in the basement sneaking from my ex-wife.
Did you ask her?
So
how,
I'm like,
did
hey,
ask
you
her
want to
how her
talk?
day
Let's
went?
talk.
Did you ask her how her day went?
Oh, I asked a lot of things.
Yeah. So you was the emotional sport coach.
Cool.
So we've all played that role sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
but
shit,
after,
Sometimes you
trying
don't
to act
know
like he
until
don't.
you have a self
after 2 weeks,
actualization.
after 2 weeks, when you realize, okay, I don't have time for this. You know,
What if she had you in a 2-week plan?
what's a 2-week talking plan?
You fulfilled
You
the plan.
said do it until you know that you don't want to do it with them no more, and then move on. So there you go, your 2-week talking plan.
Sound like
I don't
she-
understand how it's realistic to figure out who the fuck you want to be with without being with different people. This shit is unrealistic.
So-
And you try to make it sound like it's something so simple because you just got to say it, but you've never seen it done.
What you mean? I've seen it done all the time.
Because that's what you do. That's what you did. So you
Like,
seen it done
at
all the
the-
time.
and
Who
at
did
the
you
end
see
of the
doing
day,
it?
Dudes are
Who?
always going
Who
to
did it?
play different roles. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes always coming at women at different angles. The dude who fixing cars, like, man, this gonna get me in there. The dude that's talking late at night.
I wish I could
this
fix
guy-
cars.
His mama's
that's gonna
cooking.
get me
I'm gonna
in
tell you
there.
this. I wish I could fix cars. I'd be like this.
Whatever you-
I'll fix the car almost there. Now look,
There's 2 snips. One could break it. One could fix it. Which one you choosing? This nigga is wild.
hey, listen. Hey, listen.
2 ways we can go here.
There's 2 ways this
snip
transmission
or
can go.
Hey, yeah.
Hyping her up. Yeah, I got it, girl. I'm fixing this motherfucker. Come right to the end there. Look.
All right, let's put a cap on this topic.
All right.
ladies, if you date multiple men, realize you either playing the game or you might be part of somebody else's game. So show up accordingly. That's what I would say.
Put your poker pussy on.
Poke her pussy.
For those who have ears.
That might be a t-shirt. That might be a t-shirt right there.
That was
Oh
a
my
song.
God. All right. So I say that to say this. It really probably wasn't a good segue, which I in my mind at the time when I saw these videos, because it was back to back on Instagram, I was like, look at this hoe. Then I saw another hoe on my timeline. I'm like, damn, all these hoes. I saw an old hoe and a young hoe. I'm like, it's these old hoes' fault. But maybe it didn't match up. But anyway, let's get to the next hoe. So there's a guy, Rico Love. I guess he's a producer or something. Very popular producer. He brings up a lot of popular artists. He's got a newer artist named, I don't want to fuck this up,
I think it was Mia. But it might
Mia
have been
something.
Maya.
Mia Maria or some shit like that, right? So Mia Maria is a decent artist, but she thinks her career is going a little too slow. So she wants to release a sex tape of herself in order to spice up her career. Baller Alert posted this video by Rico Love and then posted the video by the actual artist on their exchange over the situation, and I want you guys to hear it. Of course, leave your opinion in the comments. We're going to discuss it real quick. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
Sex tape. Let's do music. Let's put out the
conversation with my artist Mia, and it kind of broke my heart, man. Totally honest and transparent with you. I feel like she on the right track. Audience is growing, Spotify numbers are going up, but she feels like it's not happening fast enough for her.
I just nigga like he just finished eating some chicken or something. Oh.
So she said to me that she's gonna release a sexual artistic exhibition. In other words, she wants to release a sex tape. And I'm like, why? And she feels like it's a beautiful expression and a way to get people to pay attention to me more. And it's hurtful because we've been working so hard. And I've hurt for her. Not just, I feel like artists feel like they have to do so much, so many other things, instead of focusing on the gift and then focusing on the work. So she wants to release a sex tape, and I'm against that. Like, a sex tape. Let's do music. Let's put out the music. But what do you do in this situation when she feels like the people aren't here?
All right, since the cat's already out of the bag, number one, I'm not a clout chaser. This is something I've always wanted to do. So, honestly, Rico, I don't really appreciate you keep calling this a sex tape. Like, I keep telling you over and over, this is my artistic expression. Like, I didn't ask you for permission. Like, I never asked you if I could do it. Like, this is, I've been was gonna do this. This is not something I asked you to do. And if I was a man, number one, this wouldn't even be a fucking topic of a conversation. This wouldn't even be an issue. Like, that's number one. So don't even try to sit there and try to pay me out as a clout chaser. Like, no, I filmed it already, and I had a great team that helped me put it together, that I appreciate, and it's dropping Friday. That's just simple. And I'm not doing it with a random person. I'm doing it with somebody I truly love. So, yeah.
I want to start by saying I hate when they use the go-to of like, if it
What
was
if
a man,
did it? He be trash.
so on and so forth. Exactly. We would go on a man for wanting to do that. Number one. Number two, it's not like men get any more clout from sex tapes than women do. Like Kim Kardashian and Ray J, the main sex tape you think of, and Kim K got big off of that joint. Nobody really cared that was Ray J. Like, his success came from whatever his success already was. It wasn't really from the sex tape. And then like R. Kelly, that's some trippy shit. But like, clout don't come from sex tapes for men either, so I don't feel like that it would have been different from here or there. However, that don't mean I necessarily agree with Rico Love though. At the end of the day, this conversation even is probably getting her a little bit more clout. Just the fact that they're even talking about her having
I was
a
gonna
sex
say
tape.
that.
So that alone is promo, and it seems like it could be their idea for promo already anyway. Number one. Number two, I mean, if it's something that she wanted to do, who is he to say that she can't do it anyway? And also, if she's doing it for, like, strategically, like if she's gonna have her music playing in the background and all that type of stuff, and it's actually good music, then she might got something going. Like, you never know, that joint might pop off and get her going, but it could also just be a waste. But who cares? It's her decision at the end of the day. If it's something she want to do, let her do it.
But at what point? Okay, so at what point do we check this delusional behavior? And it's delusional.
At what point did you come to become the morality?
Hold on. But it's a
That's what you
delusional.
sound like.
Okay. So first of all, it's delusional because she said it's not a sex tape. It's my artistic. No, bitch, it's a sex tape. It's a sex tape.
But that's what Rico Love condensed it into. We don't know what she specifically said she was doing.
She wants to have sex on camera and release a tape.
Sound like it's already done.
That's
music
pornography.
Videos,
That's
what
a
music
sex
videos do too.
That's a pornography. That's pornography.
Music videos display fake stuff like that too. She could have been doing.
At what? See. Here's the issue. Here's the issue that I have here.
You haven't seen it to know what's going on.
Once again, we're promoting trash to impressionable people such as the children. This is more trash for children to ingest, to think that this is the way that they need to get ahead in society.
How do you just get your hands on sex tapes as kids?
Bro,
I know you can. I mean,
what I'm telling you is, this is telling kids that, damn, you know what? When I get older, I need to put out a sex tape so I can be famous like this dumb bitch. This has to stop. I mean, I don't understand how we can sit up here and make excuses for this type of shit. Our community is in shambles. and we're making excuses for piss poor behavior.
So I don't know when Trip Simpson became the morality police.
It's not about being a morality police. Look at the fucking results of our community.
Let me know when you finish.
That's what she said. Go ahead,
So
man.
you done? You finished?
He really wanted you to know.
So I don't know. The hypocrisy of Trip Simpson pains my soul. 1 week he's in Africa.
Hold on, what I do to your soul, nigga?
It pains. All right. When did you all of a sudden go from a libertarian,
Now you want to
express
shoot the
yourself
messenger.
however you want,
Now you want to shoot the messenger.
the morality police? Number one,
I'm not the morality police.
She is
You just asked me a question.
She's a consenting. No, it was rhetorical. She's a consenting adult that's able to do whatever the hell she wants to do to promote her career. Number two, we're talking about the music industry. The music industry has used sex to promote music as long as the music industry has existed.
But it's been manipulating our community as long as it's existed. And look at our community. It's a
So that's what I'm saying. You
of the
became
music industry.
the morality police all of a sudden in 2020.
I'm not the morality. I'm the common fucking sense police.
When we play, support, and listen to all of the music that has been using sex to sell. We all do.
It's a difference between doing that, which is already bad. But now you're going to put yourself out there butt naked, nude, and on camera. This could ruin your life.
Unless you only listen to gospel,
Oh my
and
God,
gospel
bro.
rap. All mainstream rap music for the last 20, 30 years has used sex to promote the music.
I don't use that as why that's okay though, because I also think that's terrible. Like it
I know,
it did definitely change the trajectory of like our community and all that type of stuff too.
But all like beauty industry, like sex sales. So if you say, well, why would she do that? I mean, history has proven that sex sells.
Bro, we're losing as a community.
So
we're doing the same things over and over again.
But she doesn't.
And we keep losing, and then we keep want to be like, oh, it's the white people.
So she does, but she doesn't represent the whole. She doesn't represent the whole community. She represents herself promoting music.
Yeah, but the community. But there's no consequences to doing things in our community, and that's the problem.
I think it's a publicity stunt, personally.
So what? It's got to be consequences, and that's the only point of the conversation. So it's got to be consequences.
So I just find it.
I think if she sells that joint on her OnlyFans, she can do whatever the hell she wants.
I find it.
And if her OnlyFans got her music in the background,
But here's the problem.
I find
she blows up and becomes famous off this sex tape. Now every little girl who thinks they can sing is like, okay,
goes and gets her OnlyFans and makes a sex tape. That's what you think is gonna happen.
So let's slow down because now
I think you're giving her more influence than she actually has.
She stated she wants to put out the sex tape to spike her music career. She doesn't want to be a porn star. She wants this to spike her music career. So what I'm saying is that now, if she's successful with this, more and more young black girls will start having sex tapes to enhance their music career, which is a problem.
Can I tell you why that's flawed? Because Kim Kardashian did it.
She's not black, number one. She's not black.
It didn't lead more people to do it. Whose sex tape have you heard since?
Actually, a slew of sex tapes has come out since then.
Yeah, they came out before then and they'll come out forever.
But Kim Kardashian is not
popped
black.
off since Kim K.
Kim Kardashian is not black.
Tape.
What?
Who? Anybody?
Kim Kardashian did, and that's why.
Has anybody since then done it?
So hold up. People have done sex tapes, but they haven't popped off.
So hers probably ain't going to either.
She said specifically
the
reason that she wants to put out the sex tape is to pop off.
I feel you. That's what she wants.
So what are we arguing about?
What we're arguing about is only one person has ever even done it. So why do you think that she's about to succeed?
If she's successful,
hold on, no. Winfrey decide I'm gonna put out a sex tape.
You're so angry because this random woman said she gonna put out a sex tape. You're giving it the energy that she wants it to have by even addressing it, because now your audience is paying attention to her and her sex tape.
Somebody got to call these trifling ass bitches out, and I'm gonna do it.
I didn't even know who she was, and now I do.
I'm gonna do it,
and now I'm looking for a sex
your
tape.
righteous indignation right now.
I'm gonna tell you like this. What's the Cobra Kai, the original Cobra Kai owner?
Cobra Kai never died.
What was the original coach's name? I'm clipping everybody's legs.
Sweep the leg.
I'm sweeping all these young hoes up by the legs.
Hey, look, you know you gotta keep that same energy on all these shit. Once
For
you
the
get in
men,
this leg,
for the boys.
I
know
don't
you
have to
say
keep
you
up.
do,
gotta keep this
but you don't go out your way to
same
address them when they
motherfucking
say and do
energy.
dumb shit the way that you do for these women.
because I never.
Yes, I do.
I
That's
never.
not fair.
I
That's
don't
not
know if
fair.
you, I don't know if you go
I
above and beyond.
I've done
the way you
countless
do for
shows
them.
where I've put men on the same fucking chopping block as women. Stop that shit.
I never heard of this girl before this.
Me neither.
That's what I mean.
haven't either.
Exactly,
I never heard of it.
and that's what I'm saying.
So you giving
You'll
her,
give
you
men
giving
who
her
actually
power
know
that
attention.
She about to
You ain't about
influence
to
the
pull up
whole
no.
generation.
Bro, nobody watches the show.
So Rico Love. I know Rico Love for music. I don't know him for nothing like. You got Rico Love's artist.
And Rico Love don't put no artists on. Rico Love writes songs for artists who already exist. And
First of all, who is Rico?
artists on.
Who is Rico Love?
So like she's already losing. That's why.
So look.
But how about this? How about we talk about why she even feels like she needs to make a sex tape anyway? Because she signed to Rico Love, and that nigga ain't doing his job.
So is Rico Love? Is
and then he gonna go block her from
expedite this
getting on.
process.
Exactly.
is Rico-
like that's what we need to be talking about.
Is
If you
Rico-
want to get some
is-
heat for the men.
So
Somebody
it's Rico
clap.
Love's fault that she's a hoe.
Yeah.
No, it's
He
Rico
said
Love's
somebody
fault that she
clap
not
these cheeks
popping.
so I get
So
this
she got to
music
do what
out.
she always wanted to do in the first place, which is what she said. It's something I always wanted to do in the first place.
maybe she's not even that good.
Maybe, but we don't know.
After the show, we're gonna
because we don't even know who
Maybe
she
she's
is,
just a freak.
and we giving her this attention.
You know this like it's a whole $1 billion porn industry, right? There are people who
So go be a
decide,
porn star.
I want to have sex on camera.
Go be a porn star.
No, but you don't get to make
what?
that determination
Yes, I do.
of what somebody can do,
You
should
can start
do.
an
what
Yes, I
OnlyFans
do.
wanna
now,
do.
and that's
Yes,
what
I
she's
do.
doing.
That's what
You know
she
what?
wants to do.
You know what? Black men are taking back the community. Yes, I do.
But peep though,
Little girl.
you can say she can go become a porn star, but she can also say, "Shut the fuck up! I can go start an OnlyFans and release my sex tape there and get all my bread and call it a day."
And when your children still have mental issues because of the dumb shit you decided to do and then bring children into this world, it'll be your fucking fault.
Potentially.
No, nobody cares about
But
the
you
after
could-
effects of all this.
you could-
Me. I'm an individual.
hold on.
Bullshit.
You could
Hey,
not.
nobody cares
you could-
about it.
Hey, Kirk
you
Keith.
could
Nobody
not-
cares.
You could not have
Nobody
a sex
fucking
tape.
cares.
But listen, you could not have a sex tape, and your kid can have mental health issues as well.
All right, man. I can walk out here and get hit by a
Kirk
bus.
Keys,
But guess
this
what?
Tuesday-
If I do cartwheels in the street, I'm more likely to get hit by a bus.
Kirk Keys, this is Tuesday.
It's all about
June,
odds.
June 22nd, 2021.
Nobody
Trip
cares about the
Simpson
odds.
Took the moral high road. We gonna remember this.
He tries to take the moral high road off.
When you take-
No, I try to take the
You took
best
the exit.
strategic route for our community. And,
No.
and all the
No,
women
no, no,
all the
no.
women looking up to whores and prostitutes is not the best. I'll say that.
You decided this woman's behavior is.
I didn't decide
above-
shit.
No, yeah, you did. You
Rico
did.
Love did, and you agreed
And
with
you
him.
agree with him.
I agree with him.
Yeah, you decided this woman's moral behavior. Is,
I'm not scared. See, I'm not scared of women. I'm not scared of feminists.
And
I
we
don't
not
give a
saying,
fuck what they think.
I'm just
I'm not-
recording the
listen,
date that
let me
you
tell you
took.
something.
You took that exit to the
no,
moral
no.
high road.
I want to get something straight real quick. I love women, right? I love women. I have no hate for women. But guess what, women? Y'all need this. Y'all need to fall the fuck back for real because
Fall back.
gravity,
That's what you sound like. Fall
space,
back, bitch.
time, gravity, space, time, and reality doesn't hold back for nobody. And the media is lying to you. They're lying to you. And you know they're lying to you. Because the minute a mouse or a spider comes in the motherfucking room, all reality sets in. You ain't built for this shit. So stop talking tough. Men are the tough ones. Men are the ones who built the world. All y'all gotta do is chill and enjoy what we built. That's all you have to do. Honestly, that's a luxury. No other species on the planet has that luxury. None. But we made it so good for y'all. You're like, fuck it, we can do what they do. Even though we already did it. The infrastructure is already here. See, what nobody talks about is how men, I'm not on the misogynist rant, I'm just saying. Men get it out the mud. Men get it out the fucking mud. I hear a lot of talk like, why aren't there more women executives at this place, right? They need more women executives. Okay. How many women executives started as a janitor or a male or in the mailroom in this company and built their way up? How many? You want overrepresentation at the top, but none at the bottom. Women, enjoy the position that you have. Stop trying to be what a man is on your terms.
Question.
You want equal pay, but you don't want to take out the trash. You got black girl
What if
magic.
their job doesn't require them taking out the trash?
I'm just saying, you want no. What I'm saying is you want to be equal to a man, but you don't want to take on what men really have to do. All we're saying is like, look, black women, stop glorifying and representing yourself as whores. Not all black women do that, but they glorify whores in the media. Come on, do we have to go down all the names?
No, but I was trying to figure out how we go from them glorifying whores to also getting executive jobs. I'm trying to find the correlations.
I don't think they're in the
Other
same
than
bucket.
maybe the Kamala Harris who like fucked their way up the system supposedly. I'm not saying whether she did or she didn't. That's neither here nor there. I just gave you an example when I shouldn't have. I was literally asking where's the correlation, and I had one in my head, but I didn't hear you make it yet. So I'm just trying to see how we
are you leading the witness
one to the other.
You're leading the witness.
My bad, but
no, I mean, listen, I didn't mean to get onto that rant. I'm just saying, like, ladies,
it's not a misogynistic rant.
Ladies,
but you guys
women,
can't be hoes and you can't be executives.
Black women, but you have to.
You be an average bitch and like it.
Black women, you
support
have to.
Me.
No. Black women, you have to sit back and assess your reality, and assess and compare your reality to other groups the same way we do. Black men, we know we're fucking losing. We know we're losing. We're not in denial. We're not. We compare ourselves to other groups in this country. We know black women are here, there. You know what? Black women who are in the same position that we are in, they're told that they are doing magic. When in actuality, the results and the numbers don't add up to that. That's all I'm saying. And it's more delusional behavior like this young lady just exhibited by saying, it's not a sex tape. It's my artistic bitch, it's a sex tape. And if you do the sex tape and you put it out, you're going to be looked at as a whore. And you'll probably be propped up by the white media because that's what they do to black women. The whoriest ones get is whore a word?
No, you just made it up, but go ahead.
Does she look like a whore? She does it with someone that she loves.
The whoriest black women get propped up and put on pedestals for the rest of the young black girls to emulate. And this is what I'm saying has to stop. The same way that these bum ass rappers are. Every dusty ass nigga out here walking is probably listening to rap 90% of his day. So yes, it's a problem. So I'm not just getting on the women. Black men have a problem too.
So you double down on this morality police situation.
It's not the morality police. It's to get your fucking community together police.
So
because you're losing.
Let's look at what Shorty actually said. She said she wanted to do a tape with somebody she already involved with and in love with. So if she put out a tape with her boyfriend or husband, would you consider that her being a whore?
Yes.
How so?
Because good women have sex with their men in the privacy of their own home without a camera.
So once again, so that's some moral standard that you hold is not related to somebody else's
So if they put on the voting docket next year to take away pornography altogether, would you vote yes or no?
No, I would vote no because I love pornography.
So where's the problem?
Here's the thing.
Who's allowed to make pornography and who isn't?
Porn stars make pornography and they don't front as R&B singers.
So why are you putting her into a box?
Porn stars, they make their own videos and they title their own videos. They say, nasty whore, sucks your boyfriend's best friend's dick. They make those own titles themselves.
Actually, the majority of the porn on the internet is not professional porn. It's amateur porn.
Listen, what I'm telling you,
Why
but
are you
these people,
It's actually
these people want to be porn stars. And guess what I say? You know what? There's a space for porn.
Maybe she did too, and she also wanted to be an R&B singer.
No, she didn't say that.
She did say that. She said
when
she always wanted to do this.
No.
She said I always
She
wanted
said
to
she
put it
wanted to
out.
do this her
You
whole
can't
life.
do both. You can't do both.
You can't want to be an R&B
You
singer
can't try
and
to
a porn
pretend like
star.
it's not porn. When you get called out for being a porn, for wanting to do porn, you can't say, no, it's not porn. It's just an artistic exhibit of my love. Fuck no. It's porn.
Sounds like an
It could be
artistic
both.
exhibit of love to me.
It could
That's
be
what
both.
porn is. An artistic exhibit of what lovers do.
Guess what? If I film it, it's a script. It's it's art. It's a movie,
It's pornography.
but it's still fictional.
And if you try to
But hers
post it,
is reality TV because she's not the fake R&B singer
Yeah.
If she
acting.
posts
she's the real
video,
R&B
She
singer.
gonna sing a song like Megan and then do it on the fucking camera. She might be on to something. Actually,
Hello.
she's like,
That's
I
what
can
I'm
ride it like
saying.
a motorbike,
And
and then
that's
you
what
go.
I'm
if the
saying.
video
She
comes
actually
out,
rides it like a
if the
motorbike.
video comes out,
She
it will
might
be
be lit.
classified.
It's her music video
As
that
porn
used to
acting.
have actual intercourse.
It will be classified as pornography.
And that's my point. So why are you boxing her in?
As a consumer of pornography, you're against that.
Why are you boxing her in? You wouldn't vote against it, but you don't want her to do it.
Call
And
yourself
you don't
a-
even know this woman.
Call yourself a porn star.
All you know is she's Rico Love's artist.
Bro, I'm not going to go to Chick-fil-A and ask for a fucking hamburger.
Boy, that's a logical leap that nobody's gonna make.
Oh, I want to
They
hear some
got mac and
R&B.
cheese.
Let me watch this porn bitch.
But
No,
they got mac and
I want
cheese.
R&B.
What did they sing about in R&B?
Sex.
Love.
Sex.
You have to go to your television, turn the pornography on, go to your Siri or whatever, turn the R&B music on when you can literally just go to her music and do both at the same time.
And what do it?
And you're mad at her.
You gotta.
First of all, nobody wants to. If I'm watching porn, I don't want to hear R&B. That's just lame.
You got a few beautiful. You got a few beautiful babies up there. What
If I'm
type-
watching porn, I want to just get a nasty nut out real quick. I
What
don't
type-
want no. I don't want no
This is
soothing
not the
music
point.
and all that. I don't need all that.
What type of music you
That
made?
just makes it weird. Like, damn,
What type of music
this
you
is your
made
life.
What type of music you made your babies
R&B and Jurgensen.
to? What type of music you made your babies to?
You might watch porn with your
What type
girl.
of music you make your babies
Skin
to?
music. Oh shit, that's it.
You was you made your babies to Juicy J.
No, just skin.
In 20 seconds.
So you don't listen to R&B? You don't listen to music
Who
when you have
has
sex?
time for? Listen, I'm a busy man. So is my significant other. So
He's a busy man.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
I make this hair a busy woman.
So it's my significant other.
Oh man, you gotta go to the next topic on that one. It's over. That was a finish. Finish it.
You finished yourself. That's what she said.
Oh Lord. All right.
That's what your busy man said.
Said, I'm a busy man. And so is my significant other.
No music, no romance.
We don't need any of that shit.
Hotels
Just
and
skins. Just skins.
I feel bad for you. You not getting romance.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yo, y'all niggas are hilarious, man.
Brokeback Mountain. Vibes.
Yo, what the fuck happened to the music?
You said you ain't need it. What's going on here? You setting up your mood?
No, let's go. Let's get the next video.
He said he don't like music at his
He said that
rendezvous.
was mood.
What happened to the music?
All right, so
Little did you know you were going to be a scene tonight on his porn. Hey, the music really went out.
True self.
I don't need no music. I just
No music.
it did. It did.
Young, man.
Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button.
Probably muted it.
All right,
This feels like 2020 show.
these guys are fucking hilarious, by the way. All right, so let's get on to the next topic.
You gonna be mild mannered. You got real spicy on that last topic.
Nah, come on. Well, actually, look, I'm not even like to the label yet.
I don't understand.
I'm all right.
Oh, man.
All right, so let's go to this fucking Judge Joe Brown situation. Oh, let me put this in context first. See, y'all got me off my fucking
You gonna
script.
play the whole 3 minutes?
So listen. Juneteenth was a very popular topic this week. So recently, Juneteenth holiday was passed by the Congress and Senate. Which
That wasn't what I meant.
I pretty much see as a joke, in a nothing burger amongst many nothing burgers handed to us by the Democratic Party. And there's been a lot of discussion on the topic this week. One of the most interesting commentaries I've heard on Juneteenth this week has been via Judge Joe Brown. And I would like to play his commentary
Please play his clip.
real quick. Let's see if we can get it going.
Kamala Harris signed Juneteenth into federal law. Well, he don't sign nothing into federal law.
No, when I was growing up, black people refused to celebrate Juneteenth except the country Negroes. It was an embarrassment to black people. The embarrassment is 1863, Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation freeing the slaves in the states in rebellion. Okay, Fredericksburg went down. The Union won a victory and he issued the Emancipation Proclamation February 1863. January 14th, 1865, Sherman signs the 40 acres and a mule regulation in his military district. Every black family gets 40 acres of confiscated Southern land and one army mule. In March, the 13th Amendment is ratified finally by Tennessee, and that outlaws slavery in the United States. April, Lincoln is rejoicing because Grant has kicked the snot out of Robert E. Lee and he signed the peace treaty, or surrendered rather, at Appomattox Courthouse. Less than a month later, the last remaining Confederate Army, field army, under Johnson surrenders to General Sherman. General Sherman immediately dispatches a regiment of colored cavalry troopers to Texas to inform the slaves there that they're free. They do. The slaves refuse to believe that these black men in blue coats with sabers and carbines and revolvers know what they're talking about, so they passively remain in slavery for another year and a month until a Union frigate docks in Galveston, and the captain is wondering why somebody is taking a lash to these fools laboring with all of these burdens on the wharves. His executive officer finds out that they still think they're slaves because they didn't believe the Union black cavalry troopers that came through a year and a month before to tell them they were free. So they started celebrating, we's free, we's free. No, you damn fools, you've been free.
See, the
for
story that they're
10
trying to paint was in 1865, that's when they found out it was officially free. But then they said, then they started celebrating, the black people started celebrating it in 1966.
Black folk didn't hardly celebrate a damn thing with Juneteenth because it was for country folk who were too ignorant to have any better knowledge. And for most of my 70 plus years, it was June 19th, 1866. They just changed it to 65 to remove the onus of these fools remaining slaves for an extra year and a month beyond any excuse. And they should have freed themselves then, because Texans were few on the ground. A whole bunch of them had been shot up playing Johnny Reb, and it was rife, but they still stayed slaves. It's an embarrassment.
Who's going first?
You go first.
So there's so many things wrong with this.
So first of all, what did he say that was wrong?
So
are you saying he's factually incorrect?
So his overall attitude towards slaves.
That's what they say about Kevin Samuels.
That need to understand.
Hold on, no. I don't know. He didn't. That wasn't his overall attitude towards slaves. He was talking about those particular slaves in Texas who didn't believe that they were free.
I'm talking about these particular slaves.
You said overall attitude towards slaves. Be specific.
So the slaves. So let's get a premise of slave. So he says the cowboy. Hold on. So first of all, we did a premise of slave. Once he sent me this clip, I actually did some research into what actually happened in that particular time frame.
You sent me an opinion article.
So that was your research. So hold on. So his premise was based upon what fact? The opinion of a general that you quoted, right? Of his memoir. Right? That wasn't actually there on scene. He would have had to take a secondhand account of the troops that went there, just like the person who wrote that article formed an opinion based upon facts that he had.
But there's a difference. One of these people led the Civil War victory for the North, and the other person was born 100 years later and has an opinion based on what that general actually experienced.
But based upon factual sources that they looked up. So
what did they look up?
They're both second sources that you're talking about.
The general gave the order.
But did he go?
That's not a secondary source.
No, did he go there?
He gave the order.
You just gave the wildest explanation I've ever heard in my life.
So first source, second source. The general memoir.
The general who was there, born in that era.
Is still way more than this man from 100 years later talking about what he thinks.
Did you read that article?
No, I didn't.
So so if you didn't read it,
I don't need to read it to know that nigga's alive right now. The article that you're talking about versus the actual memoirs of the general, bruh.
But what he's quoting the general. So
he's quoting Joe Brown. Joe Brown.
But even Joe Brown didn't even quote the general in that statement that he made.
But I watched the whole video and Joe Brown quoted the general. He said this is what General Grant, as a matter of fact, he did say that. General Grant expressed
and said that.
So, are you going on record agreeing with what General Grant says? Because General Grant has a whole bunch of wild ass takes of what went on. No. Because because you got we talking about the source. So if you talk about what General
I'm going with General Grant.
Okay,
I'm going with General Grant.
All right, you gonna roll with General Grant. So
because General Grant didn't hold any words. Like General Grant wasn't that fond of Negroes, and he said like these dumbass Negroes are still enslaved. I already told them they were free. I sent some Negroes there to tell them, and they didn't believe the Negroes.
So guess what?
I believe that.
So if it was so easy for the slaves to stop being slaves, did they need the general just to say, hey, you can go free? What do you need to actually free a population of enslaved people?
So with that being said, I want to give my rebuttal to this whole thing.
I would like to answer his question.
Because I think that's a great point.
I would like to answer his question. So I agree with you, right? It was probably hard for them to just leave the plantation, right? It was probably hard. That doesn't mean that we should celebrate this ignorance.
So, all right.
Why don't we celebrate January 31st, 1865, when the war was won and the Emancipation Proclamation was enacted? Why don't we celebrate? Why are we celebrating?
That shit's fluff too. If you really talk about,
but what I'm saying is
an announcement with no military backing is
we're now accepting. We're celebrating the fact.
Is it my turn to talk? Or is it your turn?
I'm answering your question.
No, I didn't ask you all of that.
You did. You asked me.
I really didn't. I didn't.
You literally just asked me.
Let me go back and lay out my premise for this.
Oh, you want to redistribute?
No, because you're going too far. So
by giving you facts?
Why I'm talking about Joe Brown's what he just said, his premise. You're going off into something totally different.
I'm
gonna break down what Joe Brown said.
You asked me a question.
I don't believe I didn't ask you that question. So I'm gonna break down what Joe Brown said. First of all, as someone who's enslaved, they still had communication and understanding what they could do and what they could not do. right? So if a regiment rolled through and said, hey, y'all free. But if you're not staying there to enforce that freedom at the barrel of the gun or the bayonet, your announcement means absolutely nothing.
Then you're a pussy. Why we celebrating you anyway? You're a pussy.
They had to send the occupying force to
don't
the
celebrate
South
cowards,
to free and liberate plantations throughout the South. And when the Southern Compromise happened and they removed the troops from the South, lots of black people were re-enslaved or enslaved under a different name, the Black Codes. And it was nothing black people could do about it because they didn't have any military financial power to enforce what was going on. Once the military was removed, they were at the mercy of the people that were there.
So what year did it, so what difference did it make in a year?
I'm not finished. So when we talk about, oh, there's some damn fools for staying in slavery, that's some idiotic shit to say if you do not have the military force to enforce a rule that you put out there. Just like we can say whatever we want to say, civil rights or anything in this country, but if it's not backed by any consequence or any force, it's just hollow words. So to say to people ignorant because they didn't get out of slavery, did you enforce the rule militarily to free them? Because every plantation like that, unless they had a slave rebellion where the slaves got together and started murking the slave owners and really had a real rebellion and movement to free themselves, all slaves stayed enslaved until the military came to the South and enforced this rule at the barrel of the gun. Literally forcing, jailing, shooting plantation owners to free people. So if that was not the backing with that actual quote unquote announcement, his whole premise is false. You can't say somebody's stupid.
It's not false.
You can't say somebody they're damn
just
fool
because you in your feelings and in your emotions about the situation. The results are the results, bro.
If
the war was over,
but
everything was done, and these people decided to stay slaves, even though they were told that they weren't anymore.
So you're absolutely certain they decided to stay slaves?
That's what they did. That's what history tells us.
No, history says people in plantations don't free themselves. It's a reason. If that was the case, they could have been got away. But they don't have resources. They don't have guns. Man, they don't have any of these things.
I'm too old to keep going down the same pussy ass black history roads, bro.
But it's real history.
Listen, bro. It's a reason why certain cultures are on top.
That's bullshit.
You only celebrate real victories. Juneteenth wasn't no victory. Juneteenth was a pussy ass moment.
So at the same time,
I don't respect it at all because there's nothing manly about it. There's nothing, you didn't get it with your bare hands. Some cracker came and told you a year and almost a half after you were already free that you free.
So what do you celebrate?
It ain't nothing to celebrate.
What do you celebrate this?
That ain't no man shit. That ain't nothing to celebrate.
So what?
It's nothing to celebrate.
So if it was,
I don't give a fuck about none of that pussy ass shit.
If it was so
nothing
easy
to celebrate.
So at the same time that he made that announcement, do you know what still existed?
That's like celebrating food stamps. Oh, thank you.
So hold on.
The food stamp anthem. First of the month. We're going to play the first of the month. Every first and 15th.
You keep doing your Republican filibuster?
I'm going to stop.
Yeah, you can keep filibustering.
Listen, but the facts, even prior to that announcement and all of that, though, one of the reasons why they ended up freeing the slaves was because slaves was running away and then going to the Union Army. And those people were, when they would come back and try to regain their property, those people were defending them. Like, as property, we can actually keep them now because that's just a casualty of war. Y'all lost that in the war. This is ours. Y'all can't have them back. And they were losing so many people that they had to free the slaves at the end of the day. So they did fight for it a little bit, just because those last final people were the ones who didn't fight and were given or handed their freedom after a while. Still don't mean that people didn't.
Okay, I didn't say people didn't fight. I'm just saying.
Right. You're saying those people.
We're celebrating. We're celebrating the lowest moment of the Civil War. We're not celebrating all the black, the 1/3 of the Union Army that was black that fought for liberation. We're not celebrating them. We're celebrating these.
I think it's the fact that
handful of Negroes.
I think it's the fact that after those people fought and everything, they fought so that, perfect example right now. How you feel you're fighting for, like, morality police.
I never said that. I never said that.
I didn't
you
say
fighting for the soul of black people.
I didn't say you did
and their moral,
at all. So let me finish. So exactly. So what I'm saying is you care and those people don't. Like, at the end of the day, if it came down to like, hey, this is the way that we're gonna get free, there's gonna be a lot of people who just don't give a fuck and sit back and don't do anything. So what I'm saying is, same as today, there's that back then. And so what I'm saying, there's the people who fought and got them the things that they ended up earning, which was freedom at the end of the day. But there's still people who like sat back and lagged and logged and didn't do shit about it. And so those final people, when everybody is now officially supposedly free, is what the celebration is for. Like there's no more slavery at all, because even the people who was bullshitting aren't slaves anymore.
I believe I believe in death or dishonor, man.
And you gotta realize too, you gotta put historical
I don't give a fuck
context.
about nothing else.
Texas has always been a state that has been lawless. Like, get it how you live. That's how these people.
So they get it how you live.
This how these people just ended up in the ice storm and lost their power for 2 weeks. I've been down there when the hurricane is hit because they said we want our own power grid, we want our own infrastructure. They always been on the verge
Texas. I
of
respect Texas.
seceding, right?
It's not even necessarily lawless. It's
I respect Texas.
So when you talk about
freedom,
why these people couldn't get free, it wasn't like the announcement made we can just walk off the plantation. That's bullshit.
It's Texas being like, we'll leave y'all niggas before.
That's absolute bullshit. They would get shot in the fucking
so
back.
put your nuts on the table and roll with it. Like, come on, man. Everybody out here fighting this war. All these niggas in the Union Army fighting this war. Yo, everybody else in the South free. Y'all the only niggas in the whole South.
But do they know that?
But
ain't the same as
I'm not faulting them, right? I don't even want to come down on them. All I'm telling you is that.
But that's what Joe Brown did.
They are not worth, and to an extent they were. They are not worth celebrating. That is not a celebration.
But the concept is there's no other date to specifically celebrate.
Yes, there is.
January 31st, but the Emancipation Proclamation was January 1st. I mean, 60.
All of the dates will be disputed that when actual freedom happened.
My nigga.
All those dates will be disputed.
One date that that's no dispute.
It's an argument for every single date.
The last lazy ass niggas wasn't slaves.
That was this one. That's what you mean.
So that's what I'm saying. He's
and then it's even more of an insult because they use the ignorance that the people had towards what even fucking day it is to commemorate it as a holiday. JuneTeenth. It's June fucking 19th. It ain't the 10th. Ain't no 10th. It's not a fucking thing.
That's much to do about nothing.
It ain't even a fucking day. It don't even exist in the English language. This is what they are commemorating. As much as I have my issues with the George Floyd Act, that didn't even get passed. But fucking JuneTeenth got passed.
What holiday is on the real day with the real people?
Who gives a fuck about
Christmas, Columbus Day, 4th of July. None of this shit is
First
real.
of all, let me tell you something. I don't personally like Christopher Columbus, but if I was a white person, I would adore Christopher Columbus. Because Christopher Columbus shed the blood for his race that put them in a position, and one of the positions at the end of the day. So they adore Christopher Columbus because Christopher Columbus put the work in for his fucking race. By hook or by crook.
But
he got that shit back in blood. That's why they fuck with him.
But how we celebrate Columbus Day ain't even the day. He ain't landed in America. It wasn't the day he landed there. So my whole thing is,
but guess
you talk
what?
about the accuracy of Juneteenth. All of the shit we celebrated growing up, some shit you still celebrate, ain't accurate.
I celebrate.
It ain't accurate.
Is it for July or is it July 4th?
I celebrate Christmas and
What's the 4th?
I celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the 4th of July.
None of them shits is real.
The liquor's real. The barbecue is real.
So you celebrate made up holidays every year, and now you get mad because black people celebrate another made up holiday. You know how wild you look talking like that?
Listen, I do it for the kids. I do it for the liquor. I do it for the barbecue.
So now you got another day to do it.
Juneteenth?
And now you can wear some African garb.
Let me tell you something. Whether or not I like a particular group of people for doing a particular thing, right? What I have to revere, or what I have to give people homage to, is the respect level that people get for doing certain things. Like, there is no respect in the story of Juneteenth. There's no respect there. There's not. And we got to get out of this mind frame of being peaceful, docile black people. We are in the land of murderers and thieves.
So do you realize you're upholding white supremacy and these white supremacist views when you celebrate these holidays? I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about.
Hold on, no. Don't cut me off. I let you talk.
You celebrate it, though.
You celebrate these holidays. You just said I do it. So guess what you're doing? You're feeding into that.
You partake in a ritual.
And you're partaking in it. So then you turn around and criticize people for partaking in that.
I celebrate.
You look wild as shit.
I celebrate Christmas for the gifts and because I don't want my kids to be
Christmas
weirdos.
is tied to white supremacy. Inexplicably.
So is Juneteenth. Probably more than Christmas.
So you might as well celebrate both then.
No, I might as well not. Juneteenth, I get nothing out of it.
What do you get out of Thanksgiving?
At least on Christmas, I can get some fucking cologne.
What do you get out of Thanksgiving?
Necktie. Oh, I get good food out of Thanksgiving.
What do you get out of 4th of July?
A fireworks show.
You can get both in Juneteenth. Good food and a fireworks show. So what the fuck are you complaining for?
He's butthurt. He's a butthurt.
I'm not butthurt. I'm just saying Juneteenth is a bullshit ass holiday.
All right.
They're all bullshit.
Exactly.
They're all propaganda. They all serve a purpose.
Yeah, but
so that means your purpose, you're serving when you celebrate. When you celebrate Thanksgiving, you're celebrating white supremacy. When you celebrate Christmas, you're celebrating white supremacy. When you celebrate July 4th, you're celebrating white supremacy, and you celebrate all of these holidays.
First and foremost, I don't give a fuck about Christmas or July.
But you
4th.
Celebrate them.
They're
you
fun.
admit it. You celebrate them.
Juneteenth.
You celebrate them with your kids and your family.
Juneteenth is a directly disrespectful holiday to me and my heritage in America.
So is Christmas.
So is Christmas.
How's Christmas?
Because it's a fucking made up fucking Celtic ritual that they push through Christianity, through white supremacy.
I'll tell you what.
And it's made up.
I'll listen. I'll make a deal. I'll make a deal with you guys. If I can wake up on Juneteenth and get cool gifts and have a great barbecue, it'd be cool because it'd be in the middle of the summer or before summer. If I can wake up on Juneteenth and get cool gifts, have a great barbecue, and all type of awesome shit.
And guess what? You could do that because it's your culture.
I just
celebrate it how you want.
I just said I'll make a deal with y'all.
But no, it's you. You set the culture. Guess what you doing?
Right.
Guess what you doing when you celebrate Christmas? You're assimilating to somebody else's cultures, norms,
Nigga,
and
you
rules.
Pay taxes.
When you can set
the fuck
your own.
out of here.
When you celebrate Thanksgiving, you assimilate to somebody else.
I love Thanksgiving.
Here's what you can do.
You're celebrating to somebody else's rules, cultures, and norms.
I love Thanksgiving.
Create your own culture on Juneteenth.
Exactly.
I love me some Thanksgiving.
You can have a cookout.
You can have your own cookout.
You can also make the sides that you would have at Thanksgiving. So then you got all the food you love.
You get your
And
fireworks.
then you can have your fireworks. And before you do all of that, you can go out shopping with your family and everybody can get new clothes. And then you got all them joints wrapped up in one. And you did that yourself.
Cause you set the culture instead of following the white man's culture.
Because you's free now.
You don't have to celebrate the white man's holidays.
I see what you did there.
So just do what you want to do.
You don't got to celebrate the white man's holidays.
Juneteenth
We make this so complicated.
Juneteenth is the white man's culture.
You don't have to celebrate the white man's holidays to feel good.
Juneteenth is the white man's culture and holiday. Straight up. It's definitely the white man's holiday.
No more than Christmas or Thanksgiving or Columbus Day or any of the other holidays.
Nigga.
Good old Thanksgiving.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, would you?
Nope.
Go ahead and final thoughts to me.
I ain't no motherfucking Indian. I already told you how I feel about the motherfucking Indians.
Final thoughts to me.
No
please.
offense. But y'all niggas owe us some money, so I'm a Thanksgiving every motherfucking year. Nah.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Y'all owe us money. Fuck y'all. Y'all owe us money and y'all know it.
Hey, look. That's
Y'all
what
owe
I said earlier, Kirk. Is he becoming the moral police?
Y'all what they owe us? So they don't owe us money?
Then he turns around and goes.
You turn around to the Indian hoo-hoo. God damn.
That's a little more respectful.
You had the platform.
Like the Nelly joint.
You had the moral high ground for 32
Nelly did
minutes.
not originate that. He said Nelly joint.
32 minutes. You had the moral high ground. You gave it.
Retards, man.
All right, man. Hold up. Let me get the final thought music going, because y'all niggas is on some bullshit tonight, man. Kirk Keys, it's about that time, man. What you got for us?
women in their 3.5 rule. I think that's what it was, right? 3.5.
Yeah.
Do what y'all got to do in the dating season. I'm not here to give you any type of dating advice or rules or guidelines. Do whatever makes y'all happy. I ain't gonna say everything that y'all choose is gonna be right, but I'm not here to set that precedence because I'm not a woman and I ain't even got no daughter to like be like, yeah, I wanted her to do A, B, C, D. Oh, be careful. She did it.
Good job.
Yeah, but say it all to say, I mean, that's all I want you to do is be free to feel like you can do what you want. And I ain't hear anywhere in there where she said go ahead and fuck all of them, fuck around, so on and so forth. That's just Norman's own interpretation of how men move. And I know that everybody ain't moving the same. And so you have control over what it is that you got. And so if you want to go out on date after date after date, but pick and choose here and there what you're doing, and pick and choose. I'm not here to judge. Sex tapes. I'm not the moral police either, once again. But I think one, when you give people a spotlight that they didn't have, all because they decided to even talk about a topic, it goes to show how powerful that topic might be. And so if she goes through with the sex tape, if she doesn't go through with the sex tape, I don't think it's going to make any difference in her music career. These are two complete different identities, two complete different industries, and she might find out that she sucks as an R&B artist, but she the best porn star in the world and have a whole new career path. So who knows? Do what you got to do. I don't feel like you should put yourself in a box, but at the same time, thinking that that's what's going to pop off your music career might not necessarily be the move unless you got some type of strategy that you about to combine the porn game with the R&B game, and who knows what could take off there. But I'm going off topic, so forget it. Do what you got to do as far as sex tape is concerned. Mia Maya. What was her name? Mia Maya?
I don't even remember her name.
Maya. And then Juneteenth. I'm an advocate of celebrating Juneteenth. I've been doing it for years, about 4 years now. And I always feel like it should be a holiday. I do recognize that it is celebrating the lowest of the low, the people who didn't even try to get free, the people who didn't even believe when they were free. But neither here nor there, because at the end of the day, I still don't feel like we are necessarily even free. But symbolism is necessary. We got a little bit of symbolism. Celebrate it. Let's keep it moving. Recognize that they still owe you a whole bunch more, and go and get that other stuff that you are owed. But at the same time, take a little moment each year and celebrate yourself, because you's free now, supposedly. And those are my final thoughts.
Excellent final thoughts, Kurt. Crosby.
Who the fuck is that? So I'm gonna start off with Juneteenth. I was hesitant on my opinion about Juneteenth, even though I have been celebrating, just like Kurt said, I've been celebrating for a few years. Once I got connected to it, like living and spending some time in Texas, I had learned about Juneteenth and why people celebrate it, and I felt like it was something worth celebrating. And I think about the ancestors and what they went through, and how isolated Texas is, and how isolated Texas still is. So I don't find it far-fetched that Texas was the place that slavery made its last stand. If you really look at the history of how black people were enslaved, the notion that black people just can walk off the plantation based upon an announcement is not historically accurate. And it's foolish when you actually put the premise up against the history of what black people had to deal with in slavery. Every time slaves were freed, they ran away, a slave rebellion, or the Union Army had to come free them. So shout out to my ancestors who got freed. because none of this shit was easy. None of this shit was a game, and I don't like people playing around, calling answers out of their name, calling them fools, calling them all of these things, when the historical precedent says you only get freed by violence. And if that original regiment wasn't ready to put the violence down to get them free, who would believe it? When we talk about actually celebrating Juneteenth, we as black people in America have the unique position out of any other black people to create our own culture, because we were stripped of our culture, robbed of our culture. So our culture is only 400 years old. So we can take Juneteenth and make it our own. There's so many things that we can create and make it our own. We are one of the first generations that we can really input our culture for another 400 years to come. Our particular generation. So I would caution people not to poo-poo on shit they don't quite understand. Build your own culture. Do your barbecues. Shoot your fireworks. Make that weekend, that day, to teach your kids about Black history, to teach them about their ancestors so they don't repeat the same mistakes. Use Juneteenth for that. When we talk about artists using sex tapes to promote themselves, one thing in marketing is one of the first things they teach you is sex sales. I don't care what it is. If it's a model, like we use models because models are attractive. Models are sexy. Victoria's Secret, Nike, whatever the case may be, all corporations use sex to sell. This particular artist decided she wanted to take it in a step further. She wanted to use sex to sell. I look at it as, man, she might be hacking the system, and I don't assign her individual decision to the whole morality of the Black community, because that's not fair, because other ethnic groups or whatever don't get assigned that. Every ethnic group, every group of people have people who do porn professionally and amateurly, right? And we don't assign the moral compass to the people, which is a made up moral compass to begin with. What's right, what's wrong in terms of what their sexual behavior and what their ideals are. We don't assign the outliers to the mainstream. So I'm not going to assign an outlier to the mainstream to represent what I think Black women, Black people are doing right now in society, to promote their music, to do their thing, right? That's her dream that she wanted to do. She said it. She said exactly how she wanted to do it. So get out of the way and let her do her thing. What was the last topic?
Trip Simpson was a busy man, and so was his significant other. Oh, that wasn't it.
Trip Simpson's bedroom activity is his personal business. And we want to keep it that way. I respect that, Trip. You know, I do. And overall, Judge Joe Brown. That's what it was. It was.
No. You talked about that in the beginning with the Juneteenth. Yeah. It was the 3.5.
Oh yeah, the 3.5. Ladies, you got to realize what advice applies to you and what advice does not apply to you. If you're a woman of a certain age and you're out here dating, let's say you're from 21 to 25. I'll even give you 28, right? You're dating multiple people. You need to have a plan. Unlike anything in life, you need to have a plan to be successful. So if you dating to get married, make sure you follow that plan. If you dating just for company, be realistic about what you're doing. If you're trying to do all three at one time, just have a plan. I think that's what the young lady clip we played. Like, have a plan for your dating life, because this one thing I learned: if you don't have a plan, you become a part of somebody else's plan. So, ladies, if you're still trying to find your way out there, you find yourself a sport coat to take you out to dinner, and he don't require nothing else but your time and energy, do that. If you find a sport coat that'll fix your car, and he don't require nothing else but your time and energy, you do that. If you find your sexual match and he requires you to bust it wide open, you do that. Bust it open to the best of your ability. But make sure you got a plan to get where you want to go. That's my final thoughts.
I'll say,
I'm a busy man. Say it with him.
listen, guys. So listen, when it comes to the 3.5 rule, right, ladies? The only thing I want to get across to you is that your reputation will precede itself. And that's it. So when you're taking advice from these older women, just make sure, if you're going to follow through on it, make sure it applies to you. Similar to what Cosby said. If you're 8, 9, or 10, you want to use niggas for this and use niggas for that, and you feel like that's the best way you should live your life, go ahead. But just understand, most of you aren't that. And it's not going to end well. See, the problem is so deep, it's crazy, because this is the advice that a lot of women are getting, right? They're being told to just play their options in their 20s and do this and do that, as opposed to the women in previous generations who, in their 20s, early 20s, they were married to their high school sweethearts. They were starting families and doing that type of shit, right? And then you wonder why we have so many single mothers in their 20s. Why? Because they're playing the fucking field. They're fucking random niggas, whether they want to admit it or not. And one of these niggas that sport coating you, that you slip and let fuck one day, and fuck around, get your ass pregnant, and he don't want no kid. Now you creating more and more broken families because you're being told to do so. Playing the field, doing all this crazy shit that you're being told. This is why we have broken families. This is why black children are reading at a 4th grade level. Maybe not directly, but indirectly. Because we're not taught to be responsible and be adults and raise families when we come into adulthood. We're told to have fun. We're told to play the field. Granted, everybody up here in this motherfucking house probably did that shit. But where has it gotten our generation? Nowhere. We're more fucked up than the goddamn Generation X, and we're even more fucked up than the baby boomers.
We both kidless.
I'm speaking in general terms.
I know.
I'm not speaking personally.
Do you think, Wardy? What's your final thoughts?
I mean, seriously though, I'm not speaking. I mean, just.
We understand. We know you're a busy man.
So, granted, listen to these old ladies and be old hoes just like them hoes. Do what you want. Next thing you know, why they fucking with white women? I don't fuck with white women like that. I'm just saying.
Oh shit.
Stop getting bad advice and bad things won't happen. All right, when it comes to this chick, I'm just saying they're getting bad advice and they take it. All right. When it comes to this chick that wants to have a sex tape to start her music career, because that's what we're talking about, right? It's a music career. It's not a porn career. If you want to start a porn career, go ahead. Porn has its own lane. You have to click on some shit that says, I'm 18 years or older to view this. Porn has checks and balances. Music artists are played on the radio for everyone to hear. So what I'm saying is, these people are very influential. So if this young lady accomplishes her goal and your music career started based off putting off a sex tape, it's going to have a negative impact on your children. And this is what these people want. This is the program that we've been on for the past couple decades, and no one can seem to figure this out. They want your daughter to be hoes, and they want your sons to have busy men and significant others. See, I got a sense of humor. Fuckers. Anyway, let's get to this Juneteenth situation. So I want to make some things clear. I understand the position that the slaves that were unsure about being free, I understand their position. I understand it wholeheartedly, right? But one thing that I would like the general population of black folks to understand is that the framework around black liberation and what black people see as success is all psychological. See, they want us to look at passive moments in time as great moments for black people when they aren't. Being passive is nothing to commemorate. You commemorate things where you take charge, the gun's in your hand, you use it, and you get things done. Granted, most of the holidays that we celebrate in America are white and probably rooted in white supremacy. However, the thing I can respect about these holidays, right, is that these holidays are rooted in blood. And they're rooted in, you're going to do what the fuck I tell you to do because we're going to force you to do it.
Respect.
See, Juneteenth is some pussy shit. And that's why the same Democratic Party that told you you wasn't black if you didn't vote for them, they didn't do an anti-black hate bill. They didn't do that. They gave you a Juneteenth holiday that every motherfucking body in the country benefits off of because they all get either a day off of work or they all get holiday pay. Not just us, the people whose ancestors went through it. Everybody gets it.
No, we're not going to lift just their boats. We're going to lift all boats.
So understand, yeah, Judge Joe Brown came off harsh, but he's right. He's right. So get your fucking panties out a goddamn bunch and be real fucking men and real fucking women and stop commemorating pussy ass shit. Juneteenth is not a victory and it is not anything to celebrate. If anything, it's a lesson that we should all learn. That's been Straight Talk, No Chase for this week.
Happy holidays.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Look out for us all this week. We'll be, I hope to be back up live tomorrow. Hopefully I can get Kirk. Well, I don't know. These niggas are busy as shit. These niggas got PPP loans. They busy as shit now.
This the king of the
not busy like that.
He's the one who said he's busy, and so is his significant other. We didn't say that.
Look out.
He said that.
We may be live tomorrow night with the crypto report.
He's a busy man.
We'll see.
And so is his significant other.
You a busy man be on the show?
For myself.
And you're busy man.
Crosby Digital.
And you're busy man.
And Kirkland Cosco Keys.